Margaret Josephs has handled drama in every form on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Screaming matches, reunion chaos, broken friendships, and shocking betrayals. But nothing in the Bravo universe could prepare her for the moment real life stopped her cold. It wasn't a cast feud or a rumor circling through the group chat. It was a quiet phone call, a doctor's tone, and a diagnosis that changed everything. Joe Bonino had prostate cancer. In season 14, viewers saw glimpses of Margaret trying to stay strong. But what happened behind closed doors was far more intense than anyone realized. She remembers the moment vividly. Joe sitting comfortably on the couch, the night unusually calm, and then suddenly the air shifting when the test results came in. Elevated PSA levels, a confirmed tumor, and a wave of fear no Bravo storyline could shield her from. But instead of spiraling, Margaret and Joe did something surprising. They focused on the facts. The tumor was slow growing. The cancer hadn't advanced in over a year, and the doctors weren't pushing panic. They were offering choices. Surgery was an option, but so were less invasive paths. The potential side effects weighed heavily on Joe's mind, and after long conversations, emotional nights, and second opinions, he made a decision most people would find terrifying. He chose active monitoring over surgery. He chose to live, fully and confidently, without fear dictating his every move. And Margaret supported him wholeheartedly. Now, standing at BravoCon 2025, Margaret speaks with a gratitude that radiates through every word. Joe isn't just stable, he's thriving. He feels strong, energized, and completely present. And the celebration is even sweeter knowing he just turned 70, a milestone that seemed to stun fans when they saw him walking around like a man 20 years younger. Margaret laughs as she recalls how BravoCon turned into an impromptu birthday party. And for a moment, all the chaos of Jersey drama fades behind the simple joy of seeing Joe healthy and happy. But while Joe's health seems steady, another conversation is brewing. The future of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. With cast shakeups looming and Andy Cohen hinting that the puzzle pieces are almost in place, fans can't help wondering whether Margaret will return. And Margaret isn't denying the possibility. She's dropping hints, teasing decisions, and making viewers wonder if Joe's renewed strength might mean she's ready to step back into the fire with a fresh storyline and a deeper emotional arc. And before we go any further into Joe's journey, the behind-the-scenes decisions, and how this moment could reshape the Real Housewives of New Jersey world moving forward, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. It helps more than you know, and tells me you want more Bravo deep dives just like this. As the months passed, Margaret found herself looking at Joe differently, not with fear, but with admiration. Every routine checkup brought a wave of relief. Every stable test result reminded her that life doesn't always follow the darkest path. And every moment Joe laughed or teased her in the kitchen made her realize how close they came to letting worry steal their joy. She often said that cancer changes a family, but what she never expected was how much it would strengthen theirs. Joe became more intentional with his time, more protective of his peace, and more appreciative of the mundane things they once rushed through. And Margaret, always the resilient one, learned a new kind of vulnerability, the kind that comes from accepting uncertainty and choosing faith over fear. Their house, once filled with work calls, Bravo gossip, and the usual New Jersey chaos, suddenly felt softer, calmer, more human. But the real twist came as Margaret started noticing something else. Fans weren't just asking about Joe's health, they were asking about her future. Every interview, every red carpet moment, every comment section on social media echoed the same question. Is Margaret coming back to Real Housewives of New Jersey? And the truth was, Margaret genuinely didn't know at first. The show had given her a platform, a voice, a community, but it had also brought stress, conflict, and the kind of emotional exhaustion that hits differently when you're worried about the person you love most. For months, she wrestled with the idea. Some days, she felt the fire burning inside her, the part of her that thrived on calling out hypocrisy, exposing lies, and standing her ground. Other days, she wondered if stepping away was the wiser choice, if she should trade on-screen battles for more quiet moments with Joe. Yet, as Joe's health stabilized, something inside Margaret shifted again. She felt lighter, energized, like a door that had been closed for too long was finally starting to open. It was at BravoCon where everything came into focus. The energy, the fans, the flashing lights, Andy Cohen hinting that the cast puzzle was almost complete. It all reminded her of why she fell in love with the show in the first place. She wasn't done telling her story. She wasn't done showing her resilience. And she certainly wasn't done representing the kind of woman who can fall apart in private but rise stronger in public. She knew that if she returned, she wouldn't be coming back with petty grievances or recycled arguments. She would be coming back with depth, with truth, with a storyline anchored not in gossip but in gratitude. And that, she realized, was more powerful than any feud. Behind the scenes, producers were already buzzing with possibilities. Joe's health journey, Margaret's emotional evolution, the new direction the franchise desperately needed. And while nothing has been officially confirmed, the whispers are growing louder. The kind of whispers Bravo fans know never happen without reason. For now, Margaret holds her cards close, but one thing is clear. Her story is far from over. Whether she returns to Real Housewives of New Jersey or chooses a new chapter entirely, she's stepping into her future with clarity, strength, and a renewed appreciation for the man who stood by her through it all. As the script of her life turns the page, Margaret Josephs isn't defined by the cancer scare, the cast shakeups, or the drama that made her a Bravo icon. She's defined by the fight she didn't expect to face, the love that carried her through it, and the hope she refuses to let go of. And Joe, steady, optimistic, quietly heroic Joe, remains at her side, living proof that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it simply keeps going. Sometimes it just holds your hand and says, "I'm okay." And that is the heart of their story, a reminder that life isn't guaranteed, time is precious, and gratitude is the most powerful storyline anyone can ever have. Because in the end, it's not the feuds or the fame that matter most. It's the people you love, the moments you treasure, and the courage to believe that even the scariest chapters can lead to something beautiful. So whether Margaret steps back onto the Real Housewives of New Jersey stage or chooses a quieter path, one thing is certain: this journey changed her. It grounded her, and it gave her a perspective she'll carry for the rest of her life. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If this touched you, inspired you, or kept you hooked until the end, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It means more than you know, and it helps us keep bringing you the stories that hit deeper than the drama. Stay tuned, because in the world of Bravo, the next twist is always closer than you think.